So last video, I called out two different plays. Both of these ran up over 100%. You can see AGBA was called for a 120% gainer. And then we had ticker SMFL called for a 100% gainer. Actually was up at least 91%. So if you are enjoying this content, make sure you drop a quick like on the video because I am showing you some really good plays. So in this video, guys, I'm going to show you a penny stock that had a massive PR, already 65 million plus in volume, a micro float play, 1.8 million shares at float, a tiny $8 million market cap in a very hot AI sector. So can it run like ticker WISA or Hollow? Just launched a revolutionary nurse magic app in beta to empower 5.2 million nurses with AI tools. Have had a lot of partnerships and pretty much a PR every 2 weeks for the last 2 or 3 months. An extremely good balance sheet with $4 million cash on hand, according to the last filing, and $175,000 in total liabilities compared to $4.5 million in total assets. So post RS plays are very hot. Small float plays are very hot. That's the theme in the market, at least one of them. So we're going to look at this one right here for a potential runner. And guys, we are expecting a lot of PRs to come out, even though this one had an amazing massive PR just came out this morning that we're about to talk about. So just for a few seconds, we're going to briefly talk about what's going on with ticker AGBA. This is the stock I called out in last video that is having a $4 billion powerhouse merger with Triller, which is a direct competitor to TikTok. And TikTok is actually on the verge of getting banned if they do not sell the company within 9 months, with an additional 3 months included. But ByteDance has already said they will fight this in court, and most likely there will be a lot of delays, especially with the elections coming up. So there was actually a bill that came out to ban TikTok that actually passed through the House and actually was in the process of going to the Senate. The Senate has actually approved this. So whenever that happens, once it passes through the House, it goes to the Senate. And then if that's approved, it goes straight to the president, to Joe Biden's desk. And we just got an update just recently that President Biden officially signs the bill to ban TikTok unless its owner, ByteDance, agrees to sell the platform. So ByteDance can either sell this company. They have around 9 months. I think with an additional 3 months to do this, or they will actually, or TikTok will get banned from the United States. Basically, as this unfolds, guys, I'm actually expecting ByteDance to fight back and take this to court. Just see a lot of updates with that, but this is obviously very good news for ticker AGBA as they are having this merger with Triller, which could potentially replace TikTok. Either way, AGBA is still on high watch to see how ByteDance, the Chinese parent company of TikTok, fights back. And if they do decide to sell this company to avoid, getting it banned from the US. So it's a very big catalyst right here to keep an eye out with AGBA and the news going on with TikTok. And not only that, we expect this $4 billion powerhouse merger with AGBA and Triller to close within the next month. So that's another very big, massive catalyst that could potentially have a parabolic type run when this merger is finalized. So definitely keep that in mind with AGBA. First stock I want to talk about today is ticker AMST, a micro float play with over just around 70 million volume, and it's only lunchtime, and the float is under 2 million shares. Actually, the entire outstanding share count is around 2.5 million shares, and they just had some very big, had a very big PR. This one is up 60%, trading at $3.21. Had a very big PR. Market cap says 5 million, but is actually sitting around $8 million. As of right now, the total outstanding share count is 2.5 million. And the float is sitting just around 1.7 or 1.8 million shares. So the float is under 2 million shares. This one's squeezing with high amounts of volume. We're going to talk about a very big PR that just came out. They just released a beta version of their app. AMST launches revolutionary nurse magic app in beta form to empower 5.2 million nurses with AI tools. So this is a leading artificial intelligence software company in the medical field and much more, offering a cloud-based learning platform for businesses and education markets. Today announced the beta release of Nurse Magic, which is an innovative and proprietary app designed for nurses. So this new web app uses AI to provide helpful and easy to use tools for over 5 million nurses, making their daily task easier and much more efficient. Additionally, with this status as a joint provider with PACE, which was actually a PR announced recently, they also offer convenient, accredited, continuing education programs to nurses on this app as well. So this is very big too. Nurse Magic app has features that include Med Decode, which quickly translates medical terms into simple languages. So like all these terms that, most patients will not understand, it converts this into simple languages that these patients can actually understand and process. Like it has at least 8 to 10 different features, and they actually say that Nurse Magic is developed with the vision that AI supports nurses, allowing them to focus more on patient care and less on routine tasks, thereby enriching their professional practice on a daily basis. The CEO of Amite says launching apps enables us to directly reach much larger audiences. They want to equip every nurse on the planet with tools that deliver immediate, qualified information and address the demands on their time while leveraging their expertise. They intend to have multiple partnerships in the sector as they provide professional learning right on the app, and plan to have more announcements as they roll out additional features. They already have around 8 different features or more with this new app that's just in the initial stages, the early stages of the beta form of this app. So so expect a lot of updates and features and potential partnerships with this app as they do continue to roll this one out. Guys, why am I covering this play? One reason is you have to keep up with the trend happening in the market, and a trend that's happening right now is post reverse split plays, or just micro float plays that can get high amounts of volume to come in and squeeze off that alone. So not even a short squeeze, just a very small float, a lot of volume coming in can squeeze these plays alone. As you can see, this is happening with ticker AMST. Looking at their balance sheet, it is actually looking extremely clean. A very good balance sheet. As you can see, you always add 3 zeros to these numbers, but only $175,000 in total liabilities compared to $4.5 million in total assets. And it looks like they actually, according to their latest filing, have just under $4 million in cash on hand, which is very good to see. In terms of their revenue, it's pretty much non-existent, but for the last few quarters, it looks like they're losing around just under $1 million in terms of net income, for the last few quarters alone. They just had that very big PR today, just last month, pretty much exactly 1 month ago. They announced a strategic 5-year partnership with Volunteer State Community College. They've actually been issuing a lot of PRs. You can see multiple apps. It looks like AimSite announces launch of active shooter preparedness app with a world-renowned expert, and then just a day or two before that announces a partnership with PACE to deliver accredited continuing education for healthcare professionals using artificial intelligence driven platforms. Actually very focused on using AI in education and expanding on this. And it looks like this is a PR back on February 6, 2024. It said AimSite reports an overall retention rate, the percentage of enrollees that remain in a course, of 98% for paid learning experience on its own platform. They are saying that these results pretty much destroy the industry norm. So on average, online retention rates for paid online courses are only between 68 to 73%. If we look at the retentions for AimSite in specific categories, they are pretty much having a 98% retention rate for certain categories, 96%, 97%, and 98%, blowing away their competition average of 68 to 73%. So that's very good to see. Just recently reported an increase in sales activity with its recent pivot to a no setup fee offer with no minimums. Since this pivot from high cost sales to a repeatable motions with a no setup fee, the company has actually seen a 170% increase in meetings held and a 120% increase in sales opportunity. Key partnerships with Benedict College, Drake State Community and Technical College, and West Virginia Northern Community College reflect acceptance of this offer. So it looks like they don't have much revenue, did around 40,000 in terms of revenue, did 100,000, 120,000, something like that for the previous quarters. But this could start to pick up as apparently their sales are picking up and they're doing better on this. Definitely keep AMST on your watch list. Keep an eye out, as they have been releasing multiple PRs pretty often, and a very small float, high amounts of volume coming in, expecting news and updates with their app that they just released the beta version of. So more updates and features of that coming, more potential partnerships. That's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about these plays. Make sure to put notifications on, like the video if you did enjoy it, and I will see you on the next one.